22nd, 2024, a student by the name Favor Ugwoka committed suicide. What was her reason? She left a message, an audio, stating that she couldn't take it anymore because apparently she had been repeatedly failed for a course she was taking in the university because she refused to sleep with her lecturer. Recently, an actress by name Chinua Splendor admitted in front of the wall on a podcast where she sat for whatever reason. She admitted for the world to see and to know that the only way she could obtain her certificate through the university she claimed to have gone through was that she slept, in her own words, all her lecturers. Whatever happens, let us be reminded that in analyzing these two ladies, one thing is clear. Exams remains and will never be the true test of knowledge. Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Issues by Elsie. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time, please do not forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell, and please share with friends and families. On this platform, we talk about the issues that concern us, and this is certainly one of them, because for the past weeks we've either been in tears or just been in awe of the things we hear on social media. But guess what? These are the realities in which we live in. An actress recently admitted, by name Chinua Splendor, she sat on a podcast and admitted that she had slept with almost all of her lecturers, in her own words, so that she could get the certificate she so badly needed and get out of the way. Take a look.
To return my certificate within 48 hours. I want to ask, is this right? That certificate, I earned it. I worked hard for it. Why should I return it? They sent me an email to return a certificate I worked so hard for. Okay. Open on like that, then I know so many of my course mates that will return their own. I know so many of my course mates that will return their own certificate. I'm really going through a lot.
Agụchagom. Actually, agụcha m akwụkwọ 5 years ago.
Okay.
Agụchagom. Oge mbata university, things were so hard for me, and enwere m option ọzọ na bụrụ ịba okporo, and oge anọ na street. Sometimes I didn't enwe time ịga lectures because njeche pụta otu a n'ụtụtụ, I will be very weak and very tired. I didn't enwe the time ịga lecture. Along the line, my device kwa means na cover kwa up na that side by ije kwa kowa kwa ndị lecturers. And with one particular year no domain na maga lecture, my name making my papers.
All your courses?
Yes, making yeah. Other all means I had to do what I had to do to survive. So I slept with so many lecturers and I came out with good grades.
Dinner with all your lecturers for you to pass your course.
Earlier on this year, Cat Williams said the year was going to be a year of exposure. And it certainly is the year of exposure, because as we have seen it, many things continue to come into the light, which means that whatever is done in the dark will certainly come out in the light someday, somehow. It means that whatever is in the washer will certainly come out for the dryer. It doesn't matter how long it will take, it will certainly come out. When a woman like Chinwe, I understand she's an actress. When a woman has to sit in front of social media, let me put it like that, and a podcast that she knows that the world is watching, and admits to her actions in such a way, it makes you wonder what is actually going on in her mind. But just like you watch, it's not like in telling the story, she was remorseful about it. In other words, unlike others like Favor, who made news too because the mother ended up carrying her cups to the school, Favor was crying that she wouldn't be allowed to pass or wasn't given a pass mark because she wouldn't sleep with the lecturer. And she was talking in tears. Miss Splendor, on the other hand, when you watch her talk on this podcast, she's not remorseful. She's simply telling us, this is what I did. And in her honest opinion, it's okay, she did it. And she got what she wanted. And she is out there. And that's why she can sit. And rather than be quiet about it, she would bring it up on a podcast like this and boast about it. I want to use the word boast about it. If you're like me, who struggled through the university because you wouldn't sleep with your lecturer, I could understand from where Favor was coming from. But the only thing with Favor, who committed suicide, is that Favor did not understand that whatever she's even studying in school, she will not need it outside in real life, at least 80% of the time. Because just like Miss Splendor has shown us, exams, it confirms what I always say, today, tomorrow, that exams are not the true test of knowledge. Of course, she came out with a degree. She can pose that she has a degree, but she's acting. I don't really think what she studied in school was acting, right? Because she's an actress. That's the only difference between her and Miss Favor. Miss Favor did not understand that these exams she's writing, even though they are failing her because she's not sleeping with the lecturers, when she gets out of the university, 9 times out of 10, she will not be using it. And maybe that's why you have people like Splendor just go in there and sleep with the lecturers and mar the chances for those who are even willing to study and actually make it. That's what our universities have become. And you find the buffoons, I'm going to use that word. Yeah. You find a buffoon like her, a nincompoop like her. Yeah, I'm going to use these words. You find a lowlife like her. Right? Sit on a podcast and tell this generation what she did to get out of school. And it's okay. It's okay. While others burn the midnight candles and will not be awarded what their knowledge quickly can afford, and become so frustrated and end up in suicide, the likes of Splendor Chinwe will sit on a podcast and just vomit, wow. And now she's coming out to cry because the school has sent her an email asking that she return the certificate. Does the school even need to go asking her to return the certificate, or just go into the system and delete everything that concerns her? Do they need to be telling her to the certificate? Any way she presents it, they send for verification. Nothing can be found into the schools. They don't need to be sending her an email. And then she comes and sits and she's crying. Or she's trying to say that, it means that everybody, that most people she knows, their certificates too have to be taken. Well, lady, you admitted that you got the certificate by sleeping with the lecturers. So yes, it should be revoked. And I'm really hoping that the school revokes that certificate. I'm really hoping that they will do it. And revoke it and delete it. And that even delete her magical number. She never went to the school. It's that simple. Because we live in a world where the evil is being celebrated so much. In fact, people now boast about the evil they have done. That's how glaring it has become. That is how glaring it has become. When we find Jezebels like this, yes, these are the Jezebels that have made education, that make married women cannot go to school. Single girls cannot go to school and come out with their virginities because of lecturers that are so willing to sleep and destroy young girls, sleep and destroy married women. You have married women leave their homes and go to school, they are stopped because lecturers are asking to sleep with them. Many have defiled their marital beds just so that they can get out of the university. Some will never tell their husbands, but live with that guilt because of Jezebels like Splendor. Yeah, who go around splendoring on every lecturer's bed in hotels while students suffer. Those who cannot splendor around like her are definitely screwed. Yeah. And that's really a shame. Because while others go to school and don't give a hoot about acquiring knowledge, there are many who just want to acquire knowledge and get out of there and become productive persons in society. Many are not going to school so that their pants can be pulled off for grades. But when you go to school and have the likes of Splendor, who don't even show up in class, but show up in hotel rooms and still make the grades, while you come to class and still fail. And then for her to come and sit, splendoring it on podcasts for the world to see, and then gets out here and is trying to pull fake tears. I say, revoke the certificate, delete her matricle number, and yes, she never went to school. She doesn't have a degree or a certificate. The year of exposure. There are many of you who are like Miss Splendor. There are many of you, it's because of persons like you that the likes of Favor are no longer with us today. Favor couldn't take it. She committed suicide on May 22nd of this year. It's reasons like this. Favor is not with us today and has left her poor mother. And so yes, I say revoke the certificate, delete her matricle number. She never went to school. I guess she don't even need it. Yeah, because she acting. Yeah, she acting. It's a skill. And that's why I say it. 9 times out of 10, these certificates we go acquire, we don't even need them in real life. Because bankers are doing hair salon work. Lawyers are doing catering business, catering and serving in occasions. Doctors who went to school, medical school, are doing fashion designing. So yeah, exams is not the true test of knowledge. You might as well just discover your skill and keep going with it. But for Jezebels like Splendor, who spent time splendoring in hotels and then got the grades and are out here to boast about it, I say revoke it. revoke the certificate, delete their matricle number. They never went to school. They were never students, and that settles it. You can come for me, and I will defend it, because I've been there. I've been there. And I wouldn't say more for now. What a shame. It just hurts. It simply hurts if you have been there and have been victimized by your lecturers. I'm one of them. Was victimized big time. My grades dropped because I wouldn't sleep with the set lecturer and even my head of department. That's how bad it was. But I pulled it through with prayer and still left intact, even though I met other difficulties in life. But at least I went to the university and I came out intact as I went, because I wouldn't grease any lecturer's bed. It affected my grades. It dropped the grade I would have come out with, but that's okay. I'm certainly not even using it today. Oh yeah, I'm not using that certificate. Post your comments if you've ever been harassed by a lecturer for sex. Is the school right for asking Miss Splendor to return the certificate? Or she shouldn't return it? What is your honest opinion about it? Should they revoke that certificate, or they should let her use it? Please post your honest comments and keep the conversation going. And thanks for watching.
I invite you to keep regular dates with me on my new series of Issues by Elsie on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
And thanks for joining me on this journey.